Hello and welcome from Budapest. This is Hungary Reports from Public Media M1 with the latest news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin in English. I'm Árpád Szőci. Thanks for tuning in. Coronavirus vaccination centers across Hungary are getting ready for the week-long vaccination drive starting next Monday. That's what the head of the pandemic unit at the National Public Health Center said. Dr. Ágnes Galgóci also pointed out that you can show up for your shot without an appointment and that those who have already been inoculated have much less chance of catching the disease. And even if they do, their symptoms will be much milder. Hungary's Foreign Affairs and Trade Minister called his country's six-month presidency at the Council of Europe successful. Péter Szijjártó was in Strasbourg to hand over the next presidency to Italy. Szijjártó pointed out that Hungary had a range of challenges during its 6 months at the helm. Those included migration pressures on Europe from the south and southeast of the continent and now on Poland's border, as well as the coronavirus pandemic and problems facing Europe's economy. A Hungarian man who was preparing 2 terrorist acts allegedly in Hungary could face life imprisonment if convicted. The 21-year-old university student had converted to Islam and was to carry out a bombing himself during a game at the European Football Championship in Budapest in the summer. Meanwhile, investigators believe that he was also making a pipe bomb for another terrorist that would also be used in Budapest. The accused was then to go to the resort city of Siófok at Lake Balaton and drive his vehicle into vacationers. Authorities have now laid charges. Hungarian President János Áder talked on public media's Kossuth Radio about the dangers of raw materials running out and the importance of recycling. He said that the best policy is to reduce consumption and thus waste. As examples, he cited that 30% of the clothes most people have is hardly ever worn and that the manufacture of a pair of jeans requires 7,500 liters of water. Furthermore, 1/3 of the food we buy ends up being thrown out. Hungarian soccer legend Ferenc Puskás is a symbol of Hungarianness. That's how he was described on Wednesday on the 15th anniversary of his death by the president of the Golden Team Corps, Zoltán Lomniczy. The Golden Team was the nickname given to the Hungarian national football team in the early 1950s. Members of the Golden Team Corps laid wreaths at Puskás's crypt at St. Stephen's Basilica in Budapest. Lomniczy said that the Golden Team captain is the most famous Hungarian in the world, and he is remembered not just in Hungary, but also in Spain, where he later had a second career playing for club side Real Madrid. And I once met him. And that's all for now, but don't forget, you can catch Hungary Reports live every night after the 11 p.m. Hungarian language news, as well as in repeats and online. Please stay tuned if you can. We also have shows in German, Russian, and Chinese. Thanks very much for watching, and minden jót.